Every system in nature progresses towards disintegration and it contributes to creating waste. A modern hospital is a complex, multidisciplinary system which consumes thousands of items for delivery of quality medical care and is a part of physical environment. All products consumed in a hospital have some unused left over, that is hospital waste. This waste is a great threat to ecological balance by polluting the environment. If biomedical waste is not managed with proper care, then it may put not only your life to danger, but also to those around you and the society at large. A healthcare facility defeats the very purpose of its existence if it adversely affects the health of its staff and community. Hospital is the center where diseases are diagnosed and cured. They should not be the agents which are knowingly or unknowingly contributing and spreading diseases.
I saw a rag picker pick a syringe from the municipal dump and get paid. He told me that he would wash and give it to the people who would repack it. What exactly is hospital waste? Hospital waste is the residual result of patient care handling activities, namely diagnosis, immunization and research. It poses as a potential danger to the environment as storehouse of viral, bacterial or parasitic diseases. Violation of these rules, which apply to all persons who generate, collect, receive, store, transport, treat and dispose waste, would lead to punishment as per the Environment Protection Act 1986.
What is creating a safe environment? The Apollo Way. It is developing and maintaining a safe work environment and safe work practices. Ensuring hospital activities do not breach environmental standards prescribed by the government. And providing staff training and education for the safe handling of waste. At Apollo Hospitals, Hyderabad, biomedical waste includes segregation, collection, handling, storage, transport and disposal of healthcare waste. So what is segregation? Proper segregation and identification of waste is addressed by dividing the hospital into zones. High risk zone. This includes the emergency room, intensive care units, operation theatres, recovery area, labor room, cath lab, isolation room, chemotherapy, kidney transplant unit and dialysis. The medium risk zone includes the patient rooms, wards and labs, whereas the low risk zone has outpatient consultation rooms, lobby, corridor. In all high risk areas, the healthcare waste is separated and identified as per the statutory guidelines into color-coded storage containers at every patient bedside. In the medium risk areas, the waste is separated, collected and brought back to the nursing station and disposed in separate utility area, and only general waste is collected at patient bedside. In low risk areas, no clinical procedures are allowed to be performed, hence the waste generated is only no risk waste. Segregation at the point of generation is the key to the success of the entire process of biomedical waste management. So what is a clean utility area? In this facility, the care provider or nurse carry out clean procedures like preparing, mixing, loading of medicines and drugs. The clean utility area also stores sterile items. On the other hand, disposal and storage of biomedical waste and cleaning of used devices is carried out in the dirty utility area.
Healthcare waste can be classified as general waste and biomedical infectious waste. Hospital waste constitutes 80% general waste and 20% infectious waste. Segregation, disinfection, mutilation and universal precautions are the four pillars of biomedical waste management. Biomedical waste has been categorized into 10 different categories. Category 1, human anatomical waste, which contains human tissues, organs, body parts, etc. Category 2, animal waste. It is the waste generated by veterinary hospitals. Category 3, microbiology and biotechnology waste. That is the waste generated from labs. Category 4, waste sharps. Needles, scalpels, blades, glass, etc. that may cause puncture and cuts. This includes both used and unused sharps. Category 5, discarded medicine. Waste comprising of outdated, contaminated and discarded medicine. Category 6, soiled waste. It is the items that are contaminated with blood and body fluids, including cotton, dressings, soiled linen, plaster cast, bedding and other material which are contaminated with blood. Category 7, solid waste. Waste generated from disposable items other than waste sharps such as tubings, catheters, intravenous sets, etc. Category 8, liquid waste. It is the waste generated from labs and washing, cleaning and housekeeping and disinfecting activities. Category 9, incineration ash. Category 10, chemical waste. It is the chemicals used in disinfection.
As per the Pollution Control Board norms, there are different colored bins allocated for different types of wastes. Apollo Hospitals, Hyderabad has identified 5 colors for waste segregation. They are yellow, red, green, black and white. The yellow bin with the yellow plastic bag contains human anatomical waste like tissues, organs, body parts, soiled waste like cotton, gauze, contaminated with blood and body fluids, dressing sets, swabs, sanitary napkins, bandages, plastic casts, etc. Microbiological and biotechnological waste like lab cultures and histopathology specimens also go in the yellow bin. These bins go for incineration. If not treated and disposed properly, this waste can spread infections. The red bin with the red plastic bag should have infected plastics like tubings, gloves, catheters, IV sets and tubes, blood and urine bags, glucose strips, ECG leads, dialysis kits, disposable syringes, etc. As there is a chance of reuse of these disposals, it is essential to mutilate them at source. Use a needle cutter to cut the tip or the hub of the syringe before discarding. The white sharps container or puncture-proof container will have sharps like needles, lancets, blades, scalpels, etc. The puncture-proof container is filled up to 3/4 of its level with 1% sodium hypochlorite solution. The sharps should be immersed in the solution at all times. The puncture-proof container should always be covered with a lid and should be never kept on the floor, but on an elevated surface towards the wall to ensure that it is safe and does not topple. Always wear gloves while handling sharps. Never recap a needle. Never do a hand-to-hand transfer of sharps and never leave an unattended and undestroyed needle. The rule for sharps is disinfect and destroy. Needle prick injuries from such infections can establish blood-to-blood contact and lead to the transmission of life-threatening pathogens in human bodies. The black container with a black bag should contain discarded medicines and cytotoxic drugs and chemical waste. The green bin with the green bag has the general waste which is non-hazardous, like waste generated from administrative offices, kitchen, cafeteria, restroom, stores, etc. This includes paper, cans, packing and wrapping material, bouquets, Tetra Paks, etc. Some important precautions. The bin should be properly covered with lids labeled to refrain from mishaps. Puncture-proof bags are necessary for this procedure. The bag should be changed after it's 2/3 full. It should be labeled at the source of generation. The sealed bags should be held from the neck and ensured that the bags don't tear apart. Bags in containers should not be removed unless they are properly tied, secured and labeled. The housekeeping personnel should ensure that the bins are cleaned and fresh plastic bags have been replaced in the bins on time. After the waste is segregated and stored in color-coded containers, the trained handler collects the waste from various areas of the hospital in a specially designed trolley for transporting it to the final disposal collection point. The trolley is designed in such a way that it does not leak, can be easily cleaned and do not trap waste. This is washed and disinfected daily. Care should be taken to take a route which is away from patient care area and suitable time should be allocated. After the collection, waste is then transferred to the dump yard.
Final storage point for biomedical waste is located far from the patient contact area. Design of storage area is such that it is an enclosed structure with lockable door and smooth impervious floor. Separate storage area with color-coded tiles is provided. There are education boards for staff understanding. First in first out policy on disposal is adopted. Water supply is available. Suitable drainage, permanent natural ventilation, adequate lighting is provided. Appropriate personal protective equipment, disinfectant material and firefighting equipment are provided for any emergency. We at Apollo Hospitals ensure that hospital activities do not breach environmental standards prescribed. In addition to creating the facilities, care is taken regarding the monitoring of this healthcare waste so that the environmental standards prescribed are met through regular audits. Every day, the infection control nurse audits the care area for ensuring the standards are met, and every month, the infection control team audits the areas across the hospital and the findings are reported to the infection control committee. All medical and nursing staff who handle and move waste are trained in safe procedures and dealing with the spillage or other incidents for their area of work. Retraining will be done if policies and procedures are revised.
To conclude, waste management is a science that addresses the logistics, environmental impact, social responsibility. It is a detailed process that involves human resources, vehicles, government bodies and natural resources. Let us all work together for a safe environment.